Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of the Coma to Vicious Sister. Last episode, we started off the game. We get to meet, I guess, Mina Park, which is the main character that we're playing. And, yeah, we get to know what happened to the end of the Coma 1. So basically, the Coma recut, the first game, is a continuation, or this is a continuation of that game, technically. And we're following in the myths of Mina instead of the usual people that we had previously. But we do get to see the same familiar characters that we got to see in the first game coming back as like a reprisal of the world. But before I start, I want to mention that the previous episode will be entirely, well, not entirely different, but it'll feel the same, but it won't. There's a bit of a change, and that change was. Technically, with the fact that I have lost my first computer, and if you've missed that, check out the Roz vlog number 58, I think it was. Yeah, so that's coming off the heels of the change. Unfortunately, I had to re-record this episode, so I had to re-record the next episode and this episode. So there will be two of a sort of like I already know what's going to happen episodes. I don't think I remember too much of what I did because it's been about almost 4 weeks, I think, since I last recorded the original episodes of episode 2 and 3 for the series. But I'm gonna try my best to recreate the stuff if I can remember. But I think that a lot of it has been kind of gone off my head because I haven't been playing this game in like forever, so it's like my fault to do that to myself. Yeah, that's pressing E to do the thing. You gotta hold it down. Yeah. So let's get out. Okay. The bodies look like they were made of wax. Their unnatural poses make an eerie sight. Huh? This place isn't right. I've got to snap out of it. This has to be some kind of bad dream. Also, if you hear any roaring of wind, that is my new computer, technically. I forgot to mention that as I started, because the funny thing is the new computer has like air flowing out on the top, so the sound is not muffled, but like the sound is like a lot more louder because it's encapsulated under my table, and so the top is like fuming the wind out towards the top. So there might be more noisier, a much more noisier time than usual. So it's like it's also partially a terrible way of setting my computer up, but it's like the only place I can place it, unfortunately. So I mean, I get what I get, but it has like some of the best specs for what I need, I guess. Anyways, falling bodies may drop from the ceiling. If you're struck by them, your health will drop by 1, which is a very familiar mechanic from the first game. I'm thinking it has the same looks though from the first game. I think if you're struck by a clawing hands, you'll begin bleeding. This will temporarily decrease your max health. Okay, so the bleeding is back still, and then band-aids. You will lose 1 health from bleeding if you don't use a bandage, which I'm totally fine with that. Evasion use a lot of stamina. However, it may mean the difference between life and death. Okay, so essentially it is like, yeah, the top right here, the very top right here that I'm not trying to walk too much under, is essentially the space that we need to, especially the space that is like having to have the dropping body in the claw, I guess. Alright. If I last recalled, I remember I did a lot of checkups of the doors so I can like get a hold of as much information out of these spaces as I can. But I remember there was no threats yet in this game besides the obstacle course, or the obstacles that they lay out on us, which I think is a good change a little bit. It's a good change of pace where it's not trying to force the player to immediately put into danger. I think that the first game puts you immediately in danger without doing too much hand-holding, or like enough hand-holding to let the player get used to their surroundings, I guess I would rather say. Hiding may save your life. Use the surrounding to conceal yourself. Different hiding spots will provide varying levels of concealment. Choose wisely. Complete the quick time command to hold your breath. Failing will reveal your location. I think when I first saw this, I was confused, but also surprised there is a quick time command. Like, I think that was gonna be like the troublesome thing, but I think it's a good thing though, because it makes you... It's inviting the player to try and do something that typically they don't often do. Like, they would hide inside a closet. Like, I think in Outlast is one of them, and like some other like horror games where you just hide in the closet and you do nothing besides just sitting there waiting till the enemy goes away. I think that's a good change of pace in trying to make you actively do something. It's more difficult to conceal heavy breathing when your stamina's low. Yeah, that's the only one downside, I think, is that you have to be careful with stamina while in a goddamn closet for heavy breathing. A wall of eldritch tentacles have taken root and are growing through this hall. Okay. Yeah, so that's the one downside that I think I remember reading off of it, so, yeah. Alright, let's keep checking. Yeah, so I remember there was no danger. I remember I vividly checked as much as I could before I left the space or progressed in the whole school stuff, because I know that the school had a lot going on back then. I mean, I'm surprised we get to use the North Building, I think. This is the Sewa High School's North Building, I think. I don't think they label it as North Building, probably because they're not going to let us go maybe into the other buildings. I don't know if we are going to the other buildings later. I really wish to, so that it could just be like the, oh, I remember that room. Oh, I remember that space. Gotta check my spacing here just in case. Yeah, at the same time, I know that the notes are making a return. Yeah, the notes have made their return, so I'm hoping to get as much notes. There is an achievement for notes, so I'm gonna try my best to get that going. Oh, there's a body there. Let me see the map. Okay, that leads to the cafeteria. I believe there's some spaces that are blocked based on some of these things, so I'm probably gonna have to try to make a mental note of where these spaces are blocked. But I know that there are some notes littered about somewhere in some of these places. I just need to remember where to find them, because it's been such a long time since I last played it. Oh, the boys' restroom's open. Okay. Wait, no, this is the women's restroom. Wait, what? Yeah, this is the women's restroom. Let me double check. Yeah, the sign is brown. I thought it was red. Usually red has like a... I don't know, it's kind of weird to me, actually. Like, in America, we have, like, restrooms that would be colored red. Or maybe some other places have colored red, like, signs. And then the blue one is for the guys, and the red one's for the ladies, or something like that. I don't know, it's kind of like a weird thing, I think. Nothing here, just class as usual. Yeah, I think that you can't go down a certain pathway. Like, certain places you can't go down to the stairs because they blocked it off with, like, tentacles and stuff, or destruction or something. But I also wonder, like, what... Oh, I found something. 501 coin. Okay, take it. I mean, why wouldn't I take that? Mineral water. I realized I have an inventory. So we got water, fully stamina. Yeah, I remember grabbing a lot of items in this space without myself thinking that I needed it or not. I just grabbed it anyways. I'm assuming we will come back here later if we do move on from here. So I'm wondering if getting the items here earlier would ruin the would ruin anything. Yeah, there's the freaking thing on the freaking ceiling. Okay, cool. Oh wait, no, this is where we... Ah, damn it. This is where I came out of for the freaking part of the episode. The first part of the episode literally was just walking out of that. Nothing out there here. Yeah, it's a little slow pace for me right now, but that's because I'm trying to explore as much as I can. Try to see what's up. Out of electricity. What is this? Another coin. Okay, so there's nothing there we can use for that. Let me see the map. Yeah, so they update, at least they updated the map this time around. I think that the one thing that the previous game didn't do, maybe? I might be wrong, but was that they didn't update the map for you as a player. So I had to make mental notes, I think it was. Ooh. Okay, we got the vending machine. Antidote. I didn't like the fact that we have poison coming back. Yeah, because I realized that there's some... Like, the antidote is for the poison stuff. From the first game, we had that, but it's, like... ridiculous, because it's like, why bring back poison? There's no point in poison being a thing. Oh. Anyone there? Let me out! Somebody, please! The door's locked tight. There's a memo here. Please exit through the west building, school security. I can reach the west building through the 3rd floor cafeteria. Okay. So that's a sign to say that I should go to the cafeteria next. Looks like it's a crafting room. Probably won't have access to it yet until later. We shall convert social science classes to a tech and home economics lab. Several high school students must learn to appreciate practical survival skills like engineering, sewing, cooking, and craft work. After all, shouldn't you all at least be able to replace a light bulb? Headmaster Mott. I mean, yeah, like, some people should learn how to replace a light bulb, but it's not hard to replace a light bulb, though. Replacing a light bulb is just literally unscrewing something by, like, rotating a thing and rotating the bulb out of its socket and then putting in another one. As long as the electricity's not on, I think that's all that matters. Who the hell, like, teaches how to unscrew a light bulb like that? I don't understand that. Alright, I'm gonna go through... Yeah, let me go through this side. Okay, yeah, we already checked these rooms. Okay, let me go to the other hallway here. Oh, I already went through this room, I think. Yeah. I need to get to the other spaces over here that's, like, not blocked off yet. Or that we haven't explored yet. Unless we did explore it, then oopsie daisies. But I don't feel like we did. Okay, yeah, we haven't explored it. If it's like just showing lock for the first time, obviously it's the first time we explored it. Okay, never mind. I think we've explored this already. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Okay, never mind. Alright, oh, jeez. Alright, cool. We're in the cafeteria for once. Is there anything I need to buy? I don't think I want to buy anything at all, really. I don't know why we had to extremely hold on to the... Oh, jeez, there's a thing down there. I'm waiting for it to swipe, but it didn't swipe. That girl! Hey, are you okay? She doesn't look right. Maybe I shouldn't get too close. Clawing shadows will slash at your feet or your legs. If you're struck by them, you'll begin to bleed. They may be difficult to detect. Keep an eye out for them. Yes, they are very difficult to connect sometimes, or to look at. These containers are marked with an odd emblem. These supplies come courtesy of the minister. Take what you need to finish the job. Ghost Vigilantes, Hyung Bae. Looks like they've been opened. I wonder if there's anything useful left. I mean, I'll take Band-Aid. I'll take the money as well. I think that at best, I would wish that there was a way to... Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. November 13th. Let me see what day it is. We're on December 10th, so it's literally been about almost a whole month since I last played this game. Yeah, it's just a whole month almost since I last played. Which is incredible. But yeah, I'm gonna overwrite that because, again, we're in a whole new setting, so I'm probably gonna play it a little bit differently. But ultimately, we will be fine. And you can kind of see what the next spot that we're gonna go to is, because I forgot to erase that save, but whatever. I don't have any inventory space. Yeah, because I got no health loss, which is fine, I guess. I think that's mostly it for the space, isn't it? The gate's locked too. Come on! Maybe the staff left some keys behind the bar. I better check. Oh, there's a note right here. You received a torn page, which, again, torn pages are all the notes stuff. Torn pages you collect will appear in the notes. These pages may provide revealing lore. And N. Alright, I had to reread this again, even though I know what it is. Usually, I do remember the story a little bit, because I remember reading all the torn notes that I found so far. Life in Gwangju, Sumi. It was the autumn of 1938 that I was born to a family of humble means. For 7 years, we lived in our small family house in Gwangju. My father worked as a farmer harvesting rice and barley. Mother worked at the cotton mills. My older brother Suho and I tended to the chores our parents couldn't see to. In those years, everyone carried their weight. That's what was expected, and we did so with great diligence. Those were difficult years, but we were happy because we had the great comfort of each other's company and laughter. Okay. Yeah, so that's essentially just talking about like how I was talking about how Suho, I think. Yeah, it's like it's named with Suho and Sumi. Yeah, there we go. Can't remember names now already. Sumi and Suho are like important characters, I think, for the past, and they're gonna probably relate to something, I bet, at a later down the line kind of situation. A hastily written memo to the cafeteria staff is here. We received cafeteria memo and keycard. It seems a food service worker was doing overtime. They told her to pick up the underground parking lot keycard in the security office. Maybe I can finally get out of this creepy place. Yep. I mean, why wouldn't you? Oh, jeez, that was close. I forgot about that. I forgot about the claw lady at the bottom there. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, I forgot to just go. It's like no matter what. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like the sort of like tentacle stuff blocking the staircase down. Yeah, the staircase stuff could be blocked by some weird stuff. But then you have to go to like the middle, I think. Middle staircases to get down to the other half of the floor, I think. Locked. Out of power, actually. Yeah, and then this part will be torn page. Hey. Oh, I'm missing one already. Jeez. Okay. Or I need to find a missing one. The Seiwa Institute Sumi. The months after our arrival in Seoul were turbulent. To my father's dismay, it was a dangerous time for political upheaval. My family settled in an undeveloped city district called Songrong. I might butcher the pronunciation. Apologies. Songrong. It was most notable for two things then. The district presence of Catholic missionaries and the preeminence of the Seiwa Institute, owned by a mysterious American family. Our community knew the organization well for its various outreach efforts. Despite the benefits their development projects did for our district, a suspicious fog of secrecy shrouded the Seiwa Institute. Okay. Pretty straightforward kind of thing where they just start moving away from their normal countryside stuff, I guess. No power. I'm guessing we're gonna have to find a generator somewhere in time. Another out of power thing. Yeah. Oh god. Claw girl's down there. Out of power. Hello. Let me see what you got. Note. Thank you. One more note. And that was the one I was missing. Great. There we go. A faithful day, Sumi. August 15, 1945, which is World War II? Aroundish? Like, I think it's like the start of World War II, sorry. My brain is reading 45, and then combining World War II in the name. So I'm sorry if I said it weirdly. Well, World War II is when it's around this ballpark of the time, I think. Was the day of my 7th birthday. The nation celebrated its independence for the first time after 35 years. My father believed it to be a good omen that his daughter's birthday should fall on such a day. My mother scolded him for being too superstitious. At the end of the month, he suddenly announced we're selling our land and moving to Seoul to seek better opportunities and be closer to his brother. As a young girl, I still remember our journey to the big city felt like ages. To while away the hours, my brother taught me how to play his recorder. He would continue to tutor long enough. I was gonna think tuteler. Those sessions are now precious memories. Okay. I'm wondering if I should... it's always that scary animation for going into the closet. I don't know, it's just funny to me. This opens the closet, or opens the stall with immense intensity. Okay, so we can't go up that way still. We'll go this way. See the map. Okay, so we can't go certain ways at the moment, so it's what that is. I think this is locked. The school's officer's memo says there's an underground parking lot keycard in the security office. Since I have a staff keycard, I should probably head that way and check. Okay. This is the chemical lab, the chemistry lab, I guess. Oh jeez, there's a thing. Yeah, there's a thing on top. I don't want to keep messing with it, but it was kind of strange because it was like a weird faint light on the wall, so it just made me a little particular about what sits there. Oh jeez. Okay, there's a hen. Just a hen. Okay, cool. I haven't played horror games in a long time, so apologies if I yell, scream, or anything, because it's just out of element for me in a long time. I'll take the 501. A note, I guess. Received torrent page. Another one. Alright, let's see, what is this? English learning to me. I pressed enter and it just didn't want to go in it. Okay, learning English Sumi. The Siwa Institute bolstered its presence in Songdong between 1945 and 1949. They inaugurated Siwa High School, or hospital, and expanded the Siwa Academy, which had been open since 1932. Westerners largely staffed with both facilities. Suhos attended the academy and became fluent in English. He had a natural command of it, and his intelligence was a source of great pride for my parents. He even taught me how to read and write the language. My admiration for him grew with each passing day. I wanted to be just like him. I still practiced using the recorder he had given me so many years ago. It was my personal way of following his footsteps. Oh, sweet. What a sweet sister to try and, like, still follow up with her brother's, like, stuff. Alright, here we go. Let's open up this door. Alright. Not sure what about the thing. I remember this. I don't get spooked by this one, because this one's an obvious one for me. When I first played it, I think I got spooked for sure, but I was just like... Now I'm just like, oh, it sucks. I can't be scared now for this one. It's a real body and real blood? What happened to him? I need to call the police. My phone refuses to work at a time like this. Okay, calm down. Just focus on getting out of here. A wallet. His name was Hyung Bae. I don't recognize him though. Receive underground parking lot keycard. At first I was like thinking, oh, what's this? Looks like mace. He must have tried to use it. Doesn't look like it helped though. What could have done this to him? It might come in handy. Excuse me. Mace is a disposable item used to escape an assailant's grasp. A quick time event will appear when you're captured. Complete the command to use the sprite. Okay. Making things difficult for me. I don't think I have room for it, unfortunately. I wish there was more, like, room early on. I mean, considering she has a backpack, it kind of feels weirdly awkward that she doesn't get to use her backpack as, like, a big storing item. Like, if you think about the backpack, you have a lot of pockets, but it doesn't mean that you need 2 bottles in one pocket is, like, gonna fill it all up. I think they could have given out, like, 8 at least, and then have, like, 4 and then 2 extra or more. But I think they want to make sure it's difficult enough, I guess. Like, that's the trade-off, is what they wanted. At first, I thought this guy was gonna, like, come to life after we leave or something to attack us, because the closet's conveniently here and everything, but I don't know. The parking lot is downstairs. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe it's because of the fact that they don't want to challenge the player, or not challenge. They don't want to have the player be like too upfront again with the enemies and stuff like that too quickly. So they want to acquaint them. They want to acquaint the player slowly into it. Like, they want to indoctrinate the players into it. Is what I think. Alright. I don't know if I'm missing any more notes. That's the scary part, is that I've explored everywhere before jumping into the cafeteria to get the first note, but even then I don't think they would spawn up anywhere if I don't see them at first. It would kind of be scummy, but we'll see. Alright, so we're here. We need the electricity, I believe, to get this thing open, right? It's no good. The keycard won't work unless the door has power. And so, I will have to see the time. No, we're good. We can go in here a little bit. There must be some kind of backup generator around here. Alone? Underground? This is not how I imagined spending my night. Okay. Last time when I got to this point, I was already at the 30-minute mark. A little bit over. Because I think I was being fearful of what the hell I was expecting throughout the whole space here. And so I, ridiculously enough, went back. I said I stopped there in the front of the door of this particular door, and I said I was gonna go and save and something. I went up to the whatever, but apparently there is a save slot right here, or a save station, save book, whatever. Like, there was literally a save book here, and I was just so stupid to just be like stopping it there. I see the claw lady here. I was stupid enough to like went all the way back to like this 3rd floor, I think it was. Yeah, I went back to the 3rd floor to save. I was just confused for why I did that to myself, but well, I mean, the past is the past, and like that part no longer exists, unfortunately. Where I just said I'll stop right there and I'll save the next episode, or save before I start the next episode or whatever. But yeah, this is unfortunately a good spot to end it, actually. Because I know what's going to happen next, and this is going to take me more time to get through it, I think. Is that a torn page? It is. Received the torn page, and it is page 5. Sweet. Yeah, I'll probably stop here after this reading, and then I'll save, and then I'll end the episode for now, because I know the next part's going to be a little bit more lengthier, and that one feels more appropriate for a next episode kind of situation, at least. The summer of 1950 Sumi. Nothing could have prepared us for the horror to come in the summer of 1950. Our entire district fell into turmoil when word arrived that North Korean forces had crossed the 38th parallel. My family listened to a radio announcement from President Ri, who urged citizens to stay in Seoul and trust the government in spite of the impending danger. My family knew what was coming, so we quickly packed what we could carry and fled the burning city on foot. We made it across the Han Bridge moments before our own forces destroyed it. It was the most difficult journey in our lives. Though much suffering and heartache, we finally found our way to Busan, the last city standing. It was there that Suho, then a 16-year-old boy, announced he would join other students as volunteer soldiers. I protested in anger to no avail. Okay. Unfortunately, that's how it goes, you know? Okay, is there anything else here that I want to take a peek at? Okay, there's danger on the top, I see. I don't need more water, I don't think. I don't need more bandages either. I do need to probably get, like, a wand or something. Like, some more money stuff, I guess. Alright, so I can't get any of that stuff. So it won't matter anyways. Alright, cool. Thank you guys for watching. I will end it here for now, unfortunately. In the next episode, we're going to go ahead and turn on the generator so we can get the heck out of here with the parking lot situation. There will be a mystery thing happening, which you will see up front. Unless you know what it is, then whatever. But if you didn't know what's going to happen next, it's going to be an interesting thing, and it's going to be something familiar to us, I guess, I would say. And otherwise, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds, and hope you guys have a great amazing day. Good night whenever watching this. Also, before I go, I want to say that the outro will probably be a little bit iffy, like it's not similar to the previous episode, so apologies to that. because I am editing on a different software now, so it's going to be a little bit more me being new to some new things and trying to get accustomed to the new things that I'm making with the stuff when I'm with the editor and stuff. So I'm hoping to, yeah, get attuned to things, and then once I get the hang of everything, then I will start being able to do the things I normally do back when I had my first computer, my first desktop. So hopefully it'll take time to get used to everything. So I'm apologies if there's any weird editing stuff going on. I might be testing a lot of stuff like fade outs and stuff like that. Like I'm getting used to the new editor, which will have a different setup on how fades work. So I'm gonna try my best to figure that out a little bit. Anyways, other than that, that's it for this episode. Roz, out.